Hello, welcome once again in the garden with MHJ Garden Design. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about tomatoes. Now, look how tall it has gotten. Oopsie, it's taller than I am. But you're wondering what's so special about these plants? I want you to see that it is a very easy plant to grow and you do not have to feel fearful about it. As it begins getting taller and taller, you have little cages you can stick them in. You can mix them in with other things. And let's see, I can find some nice tomatoes right down here. It's coming right into my basket. And here again, I can see some more beautiful tomatoes. And I can keep going around and finding, this is another variety of tomatoes right here. Oh my, apples of the earth, as it were. Look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful, so nice. And we enjoy tomatoes so much, we can just eat it just like that. So you have different varieties of tomatoes. Do not feel frightened that you cannot grow these. All you have to do is keep an eye on things. And one of the things we have found is that, look at the tomatoes, there are no rot to the bottom. And this has been for many years, no rots to the bottom. And our secret is using the eggshells. You want to take eggshells, fresh eggshells, and when you get them, rinse them out very nicely, because if you do not, ants will come. And when you have done that, you get them, you crush them up when they're dry and put them all underneath to the bottom of your tomato plants. Do this several times within the year, several times within the growing season of the plant, and you will find that you will have beautiful tomatoes. So, for example, we'll take some like this, crush it up very nicely. See how nice the crush is? And I will just sprinkle it right down here. So, again, and I'll sprinkle some more right down here. And give it a little tender loving care, and you will just crush it up all around here. So, this is actually good because it gives calcium to the soil. So as the rain comes down, it will feed the soil the extra calcium that is missing. Whereas if you boil your eggs and then remove the shells, the calcium is already taken away through the boiling water and you defeat the whole purpose. So make sure your egg shells are not from the boiled eggs, but from the fresh eggs. One of the interesting things about growing your own garden, vegetables, perennials, annuals, is that not everybody is privileged to have a very large garden. Sometimes you might want to do things in a pot. So, what I have here is a tomato plant growing in a pot next to the canna lily. Now this lily was supposed to get as tall as the tomato plant, but the tomato plant decided that it was going to get taller than it. So I just put a little stick here to hold onto it until it starts to grow a little taller again. And I see it in its early stages. I would love to encourage so many people who says, I love tomatoes, but I don't think I will be able to grow them. Well, this is a wonderful example of your tomatoes growing within a small space. You do not need a very large space. And you can see it's beginning to flower. Here's the flower, and then it's beginning to have tiny little fruit coming out of it now, okay? And next to it, I have some chives, okay? So I'm gonna try and cut some chives because I want them to be used. Some nice fresh chives, and they grow back really nicely when you snip them, them, and I've cut them about 3 or 4 times through the whole season because I like cooking with chives. Cooking with them is very nice. And they will grow back out again. Oh, these are onion chives. You can smell the freshness of the onion. Mmm. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. And so, as they continue to grow up together, you can have tomatoes and chives in a nice little sauce. Enjoy your garden in so many ways. I'm going to add some more eggshells, but what I'm also going to do is get rid of some old dead leaves around the canna lilies. Okay? And also around the chives. Okay. So now I have some more eggshells to crush up. And there they are. I'm crushing them up because you apply them about 2-3 times throughout the season. Don't forget about them. And you come back again as you begin to see your tomato plants coming into little fruiting stage. Take this opportunity to come and apply more eggshells so that you will not get those blights that comes on it and any other diseases and whatnot. And you take good care of your plant, and you will have lots and lots and lots of good tomatoes that will last you until September or so. This has not reached its amazing height. Sometimes it's due to the fact of the timing it is planted, as well as the container it is planted in. Whereas in the bigger garden, it's planted directly into the soil. This is in a container, so it needs a little bit more watering and tender loving care. So it's taken a little while to get to that 6 feet height. But you still enjoy your tomatoes and growing in your containers. Wherever you are, you can grow them. As well as going to the farmer's market and find some nice fresh tomatoes, going to your greengrocer's store and getting some. But remember, always enjoy your garden. This is my happy place.